What's up, everyone? Sorry for the crazy music intro. I wanted to see if that worked or not. Hopefully it did. I got to switch over to my other internet real quick, so I apologize. This is really choppy. Yeah, I forgot to do that before we actually went live. Let me find my hotspot. All right. Wait, my hotspot popped up. There we go. And there we go. That should be a little bit better of a connection, hopefully. Sorry for at the beginning. I totally forgot to show it. So, yeah, I apologize for that. Let me go ahead and turn off this music. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off, or pause it for now at least. Hopefully the music wasn't too loud. I apologize if it was, but I was just trying to get some sort of intro going, making sure that everything's working. So yeah, what's up, everyone? Sorry I missed last week. I completely ran out of data the last week before that, as most of you guys knew. Let's see. What's up, Fern Solo? What's up, brother? Let's see. I did like Tank and got a bunch of LED leads from Amazon. So redoing lights and one of the semi, a bunch more work than I expected. Yeah, lights are a lot of work, especially if you're like soldering them in, doing like multiple connections and whatnot. That's a lot of work. What's up, Joan Worship, DW? What up, Dan? How you doing, brother? Hopefully you are all doing well. I should have JMRC in here, John Martin. He should be in here in a few minutes. Yeah, if anybody wants to join, they're more than welcome to. I can just go ahead and pop the link back in chat again, or I can send it to your email or Facebook. I don't mind. Sorry about that. It's hot in here, and I had to wipe the sweat off my face. You're probably going to see the sweat rag a lot today. It's really hot. It didn't start off that hot today. I originally thought it was going to be a lot cooler, but it's like 104 today. Which is pretty darn hot. G's Green RCs, what's up, Grant? What's up, Bull Gear? What up, Lee? How you doing, brother? Let's see. Fern Solo just said he pre-ordered the Arma Felony. Dude, that is cool. The Arma Felony looks badass. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not really a big like street car person or on-road car person as far as RCs goes. But man, that Felony looks dope. Joan Worship says, link me. All right, I'll go ahead and pop the link back in chat real quick. There you go, DW. There is the link. But yeah, dude, that is awesome that you got the Felony. Those are really, really sweet. I definitely, if I have the money, I think I'm definitely going to want to pick one of those up. I really would like to get an infraction, but I don't know. That Felony looks really nice. Oh, there we go. We got JM right there. What's up, Colin?
Howdy.
Not too much, brother. How's it going?
Just getting ready to get some work started here. Had a little carnage last night from racing.
Oh yeah, Saturday night race night. What up, DW? I love that hat, dude. That hat is dope.
Fuck yeah, bro. Who doesn't like the hat, man? It's lovely.
It needs some other colors of lightsabers though, like some purple, maybe some yellow.
There's blue and green and I don't know, yellow on the side, kind
of. Those are just the standard colors. None of that like after colors.
Knights of the Old Republic style.
Yeah, I like some crazy colored shit. That's when I used to play those like Knights of the Republic games. Oh man, I used to have some really like crazy colored ones, especially on the Force Unleashed. You can actually get some cool colored ones as well.
Word.
Let's see. What does the chat say? It looks felony. Looks sick. Yes, the felony looks badass. 80 miles an hour with the pinion gear. Yeah, that's a little fast for me with the all straight vehicle, but they look badass.
Alvin,
Yes.
make us elongated.
How do I do this?
You're hiding yourself too much. Just go down a little. There. That's one way to do it. You can do it that way.
Or like this.
There you go.
You gotta remember, I am a total noob when it comes to StreamYard and shit
right.
like that.
Don't forget, more to make it more professional. When you see a comment you like, just click on the comment in the comment section. It'll show it on the screen. When you're ready, click off of it. It'll disappear.
Oh, I always use just the regular YouTube pop-up chat, so I can't actually click on any of the comments and highlight them because the StreamYard chat lags more than the regular chat. So whenever you're like at the StreamYard's chat, it's actually a couple, like maybe even 10, 15 seconds behind the regular chat, which is kind of shitty. Yeah, that's why I like to do the YouTube pop-up chat. I'll show you actually how I have it set up right now. Let's see if I can see. I need to stop showing this other screen. Stop screen. Now I need to share screen. Let me see if I can share the whole entire window.
Wait till I get my money right.
Yeah, this is how I do it right here. See?
All right, that's one way to do it. I mean, if you just click on if you drop your pop-up, lower your window, then you can have both of them running at the same time.
Yeah, that's true. I do like the ability to highlight stuff like, let's see, what's a good comment?
I would like to say it makes the people that you're interacting with feel good that they get to see their comment up there as well.
Like this one right here, G's Green RCs. The Traxxas Haas looks really nice and green. He's trying to pull at my heartstrings because he knows that I'm a huge Green fan and he's a huge Green fan. So he has to throw out that comment because he knows I'm going to pick that because it says green in it.
Word. A sucker for a good comment, huh?
Yeah, especially as long as it says green in it or maybe purple. All right, that comment's getting chosen first. Like John's hat, it's green. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. Oh, Axial Fest. That's dope.
Right,
that's
so
new.
Before you continue on, I'm not going to take over your stream, buddy, but let's talk about this Bebop 2. You've had it now for a while. What are your thoughts?
Let me grab it real quick. God.
You got a drone guy in the chat now, or in the panel. So let's do droney for a sec.
I actually really like this thing. This thing is really sweet. I took it out, I'd say about like 6 days ago, to show my niece and my sister how it flew. And they were like absolutely and like awestruck about it. They loved it. They just loved the fact that it could sit there, like in their like eye vision. The drone's kind of wobbling back and forth and stuff like that. You know how kind of drones kind of do. Understand? But in the video camera that I'm showing them, it's completely so smooth, like glassy smooth, that they're just like, "What is going on?" And I took it over there to the pond and over here to this orchard over here and showed them that, and they were just like, they were like, "Oh, how much is it? I want to get one." I'm like, "I don't know if you really want to get it. It's about $400 or $500 if you get it brand new."
Yeah, it's man, it's actually probably still the world's best stabilization I've ever seen. I've seen a lot of good cameras, but you could technically crash that thing into a tree and it would spiral all the way to the ground and you'd never know it crashed.
I honestly, I don't know if I want to get another camera. I mean, I always still want to get like a Phantom and stuff like that, but I don't think I really need another camera drone at the moment because this thing is really, really nice.
Don't go DJI, bro. Do yourself a favor.
Hey, I'm not a brand hater. I don't care.
It has nothing to do with brand. It has to do with the future of the drone. You see what I'm saying? If you buy DJI, then you're going to be held down by all of the restrictions that come with DJI products. See what I mean? If you buy open source drones like your Parrot, then it doesn't answer to anybody but you. You know what I'm saying? So when they go, oh, we're going to ground everybody, guess what? Alvin's not grounded. Dan's not grounded. Anybody with open source isn't grounded.
This is the Parrot Bebop 2 Bull Gear.
Word.
This thing is really, really nice.
Now, Sky Controller 1. Oops, sorry.
No, Sky Controller 2. I actually really like the Sky Controller 2. It's boxed away right now, so I can't pull it out. But
now,
yeah.
Because you have the Sky Controller 2, you realize what has become available to you now, right?
No.
4G LTE unlimited range mod, which means you can fly it through your cell phone signal as opposed to Wi-Fi connection or any of the above. You would be pinging towers. So if you wanted to go 25 miles, you could go 25 miles.
That's pretty cool. So for longer range.
Gangster life. That's why open source will always spank proprietary users.
Let's see, I'm just getting caught back up in chat. Later, Basher Boy, if you're still around, I didn't see you when you first said that you were heading out, but later, brother, you have a great rest of your night.
Are you mad at me, Alvin? I got rid of all my bashers, smashers, and crashers.
No, you've always been more of a drone guy. I mean, you'll get a ground RC when you get them. I mean, like they come and go with you, honestly.
I get bored with them so fast, dude, because as soon as they break, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to fix this. I'll just sell it.
Well, you're more used to working on the drones, like the soldering and all that. And there's not very much soldering and stuff like that when it comes to ground RCs. Talk about connectors, and that's really about it.
You could always have this problem.
Oh, that's fun. All right, what do we got? An arm? What do we got there?
Shock, it looked like.
Was it?
No, that was a drive shaft.
Oh, wow.
Lower shaft? Front drive cup? What was it?
No, it's a front and a rear drive shaft I blew out of the Max.
Oh, fun.
Did you do that last night at the track?
Oh, that is the uni.
No, I did that. I did that last weekend, and I fixed it during the week. But yeah, like I said, I break enough crap, and I'm constantly fixing things.
I think what it is for me, Alvin, is that I work on enough cars regularly, like real vehicles on a daily basis, that when the small ones break, I just get so irritated that I'm like, you know what? I don't know. I'll just sell it. Oh.
Some people just don't like working on the little RCs, honestly. That's
I don't mind it. It's annoying.
I like it. I mean, sometimes when they're really tiny ones, like the smaller scale ones, those can be more of a pain in the ass. The bigger they are, the easier they are to work on. Like, I don't get why people say, like, if you own like an X-Max or whatever, that it's difficult to work on. That's like one of the most easiest RCs to work on because it's so huge. There ain't really much to do. So,
well, listen. Do you want to take on a fun task with me? I have this idea that I've been wanting to put forward with, but I need someone willing to allow me to Frankenstein one of their cars for them for some fun.
That depends on what exactly you're trying to do with it, I guess.
I want to install an iNav system, RG-Copter Pilot, drone link software on a RC car, and give it mission waypoints and full telemetry database so that you can control a mission planner on your cell phone for long range. Now, how OG would that? So you can send it on crazy ass waypoint missions, dude, just like a drone, but you can do it through ground, right? So if it hits a jump, you can actually set it to auto level the car while it's flying through the air. So if it had to, it could flip itself over automatically and figure out the calculation based on speed and height. See what I'm saying? So it would change the entire face of RC cars, but I don't see anybody dabbling with it because I don't think a drone pilot's really wanted to associate himself too much with the car people. But I have ideas. I want to make stuff do things that it shouldn't do.
There are people that do like the long range FPV RCs. Like there's a couple people on YouTube that basically have these like crazy RF transmitters and stuff that they hook up to them, and they are allowed to go like a couple miles at a time with an RC. And I'm just like, dude. And they have like an FPV camera on it the whole time. I'm like, that's insane. That's cool.
Yeah, that's fun. But
that does that.
There's something about planning a mission that doesn't go wrong. That just blows your mind.
Well, I watched a bunch of this one dude's video. He does it with a big Traxxas Summit, the full-scale Traxxas Summit. And on a lot of the videos that he's done, a bunch of these little kids, man, they always try to come up to it and like throw shit at it or hit it with a stick.
Oh yeah, of course.
Like I'm just like, if you're gonna do that sort of stuff, don't do it where there's a bunch of people at, because you're basically begging to get your RC trashed, especially if it's got like $1,000 worth of stuff in it.
That's why you got to put a BB gun on the front of it.
No.
What do you mean? No, they start
Airsoft.
trashing it.
How about an airsoft?
Yeah, airsoft. Or if for extreme measures, paintball. For extreme measures, paintball.
How about a firecracker with a lighter, right? A hot burn wick, and then a catapult system that launches tannerite at you, and then when the firecracker goes off, it just blows up. What? Don't give me that look, bro.
Just, if you're gonna do that, just do bottle rockets.
Right.
Strap a freaking Roman candle to it and just have at it. You
Yeah.
ain't got control over it. You just got a couple seconds of chaos.
Right. It turns from kids poking it with a stick to running and screaming like velociraptors in Jurassic Park are after you.
Well,
That's magical.
I would definitely want some sort of like option to defend myself, or at least some sort of like Bolgier said right there. Actually, let me highlight that because that is a perfect comment. Pepper spray. I have like a 360 pepper spray thing that basically does a spin with pepper spray that shoots like 4 or 6 feet at least, and just go just in like a spinning circle, just shoots out pepper spray. That would be cool. AZ Froggy says tannerite takes too much of an impact to set off.
That's why you strap an explosive to it.
I do really like the clicking on the comments and stuff, but it just lags a bit because I have it like shown both of them, and it's still just a bit behind.
Oh, stop complaining.
I'm very nitpicky, man.
Whiners are fine, right?
Your stream started and we couldn't even hear you over the music.
That's because I started the music first without me. I didn't even have myself cammed first. That was totally an intro thing on purpose because this is free StreamYard and I can't do like an overlay with it because it's free. So yeah.
You were like talking and it was like
that wasn't the music, that was my internet. Because when I first started it, I was still on Wi-Fi. And I immediately I was like, oh damn, I forgot that right before I was supposed to hit live, I was supposed to switch over to my hotspot. And yeah, because my internet here sucks. But hopefully it's decent enough to try and do some Twitch streams, because you can do like 480p, low latency, like low bit rate streams on Twitch. So I'm hoping I can try to do some Twitch streams with some shitty internet, because my data.
Alvin, how far are you from your nearest town?
Like big town, or like the smallest village you can call a town?
Closest McDonald's to you.
20 minutes.
Okay. Have you ever considered putting a Wi-Fi gun on top of your house and stealing internet from 7 miles away?
From 7 miles away?
There's a guy up in like Colorado that can't get internet out of his place, so he set a Wi-Fi gun on top of his house and he steals the internet from like 33 miles away from a McDonald's. It is awesome. It is awesome, dude.
That's insane,
dude. That's too far. But if I'm not gonna lie, if push comes to shove, the internet company has been pushing my boundaries really hard lately, because I had to come out here to come and fix my shit. And then by the time they left, like 2 hours later, they were like, "Oh, I'm sorry, you basically are on what's called as is service, and basically what you get is what you get, and
right,
you guys are paying $100 and something a month for shit."
Well, he basically builds his own like Yagi antenna, and then he mounts it like 25 feet above his house and straps it to the side of his house, and then he has a friend that helps him level it for the town. So he's reading. Oh, fist bump to you too, bro. Love you.
No, I was saying hi to Island RC Duke, so I didn't interrupt your thing because I had this comment up there.
But if you watch that whole video, dude, and you see how he does it, you realize you never have to pay for internet ever again, as long as your local businesses continue giving you internet sourcing. He wasn't just picking up McDonald's. He was picking up like hotels and like everything in the local
Yeah, but
vicinity
are
that was
trees and
unlocked.
stuff like that are those things like a blockage? Do those hurt the signal? Because I'm surrounded by trees that are like 100, 200
Well,
feet.
ideally, you got to get the antenna above everything.
Dude, the antenna that's on top of my house is 30 feet in the air. And I still can't get reception from the fucking relays that are like
Bro,
2 miles
you need to hook up a power source to your Bebop 2 and then put an antenna on top of it and then plug it in your house and just fly your Bebop 2.
Yeah, whenever I want internet, I got to make sure the Bebop 2 is charged, so it gets like, what, 30 minutes of flight time? So I get like
No. You hook a power pack to it. They have a voltage diverter, man.
Oh,
A
have
voltage
like a
regulator that converts it from AC to DC power.
have like a 150-foot extension cord, so it's
Right. It's
like
straight up. Just fly. Just let it hover the whole time you're doing your streams and stuff. Yeah.
that would be cool. I'm actually glad because I got this new phone. It's a Samsung Galaxy A50 in this really cheap China case, but this thing has allowed me to have way better hotspot data than I did before. Not the amount, but the speed of it. My old phone, it would basically have like the speed that my house would get, like 5 megabytes down and maybe a megabyte up. This one, with the new phone, I'm able to attach to a better 4G signal. And basically now I can get like 50 megabytes down and like 15 to 20 megabytes up. So with this phone Wi-Fi, I'm able to have a lot better connection. It's shitty though that I only get 3 gigabytes of it a month, but through the phone company app, I can basically do what you can do on a lot of games, where you can do a lot of offers and basically play other games and other like things and get yourself free data. So I got myself like twice the amount of free data for this month. I got myself like 6 gigs of data instead of 3 for the usual month.
Because you're a gangster, sir.
Yeah, because I sat up playing a freaking video game that was really boring for about 3 days straight.
That's how they rope you in.
That's basically how it happens. Like you got to get to a certain point in the video game. Ooh, what car is that? I like that. It looks like a Slash.
Yeah, it's my Pro Stock. It's my one of my old drag cars.
Is that the LCG chassis? I saw the blue chassis underneath.
Yeah.
I want to get one of those for my Rustler, but painted like black or green or whatever. Because it's a shame that they only give that low center gravity chassis for the Slash and not the Rustler or the Bandit. It's all the same. It's literally all the same exact chassis.
Well, the only thing is that the LCGs are a little bit longer for the Slashes.
Ooh, that would actually be pretty nice, actually.
So basically, you put the LCG on it, you turn a Rustler into a Slash.
That's cool. Heck yeah.
All right, brother. I'm popping out. Just wanted to say hey and see how the Bebop 2's treating you.
No problem, brother. I actually am going to try to get another video up here soon. It's just been literally every day the past like 5 days plus the next few days are going to be in the 100-degree pluses. Like yesterday was 109. Today is 107. It's just horrible when it's that hot.
Floridian, I know.
Yeah, but you don't have to deal with the like 100 plus. The part you have to deal with is the humidity, which is the really bad part.
Yeah, we get into the hundreds, bro. Plus the humidity, like it'll be 112. Like it feels like 112, 113. It gets hot, man.
Yeah, because that like 80 to 90% humidity, that's the killer.
Dude, even at night, it's so muggy. It's like just you're pouring sweat, dude. You're just drenched in it.
That's how I felt last night. It got really like overcast last night, so there was really a lot of humidity, and there was no wind last night, so there was no way to cool down. It sucked.
Trust me, I know. All right, bro.
AC's your friend.
Yes, I wish I could have one. Thank you for stopping in, brother.
Toodles.
I'm trying to get a portable AC within the next couple months. If they do end up doing another stimulus check thing, that would be nice to get an AC with that. I can't run a proper window AC here because it just costs way too much. We actually have like 4 of them, and they just every time we've tried to run them, they cost like a couple $100 in a month. And I'm just like, we can't really do that. It's because our house is wide open. It was literally made in the late 1800s, so the floor plan is like super wide open. There's no like sealed rooms really that you can really put in one end and have it be energy efficient.
Well, you heard have you ever heard of the poor man AC? Or
Oh yes, that's actually what I've got right here. It's a portable swamp cooler. It's actually sitting right here in front of me. It's not one of the ones that are chilled, like you can put ice and stuff into. Although there is like a spot where you can put like an ice, like a big old ice block on top of it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I just haven't done that lately. I did for a while, but I just have lately been forgetting to freeze up a block of ice. It does help when there's a lot of ice water going down the thing.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was gonna say, you get yourself a couple 5-gallon, or get a small little small styrofoam cooler and put it inside of another cooler. Put the ice in it and cut a hole in the top of it and put the fan on top of it and a pipe out the side.
That's kind of what I was thinking about doing. Actually, Tommy G, who's just now coming in chat, he says humidity and heat. I don't want any more of that. He's actually been building basically a redneck AC, poor man AC. He watched. Well, I don't know if this is exactly what he did, but it seems like exactly what he did. He watched King of Random. That's what I did. And basically, you take an ice chest and you cut out a hole in it to put a fan onto.
Yep.
Put the fan on it, and then you have a little pipe coming out. But he's got.
That's exactly what I was talking about.
He's got his super like not rednecked out, MacGyvered out is what I should say. He's got like a mister and stuff in there. So basically it shoots like ice cold mist because he has the ice in there too. So he has like a water mister that basically mists up the ice and the water. So whenever it's blown out, it's shooting a whole bunch of really ice cold mist everywhere. He showed me a video of it and it looks really cool. He's got lights in it and everything to make it look all fancy. I actually think it's a really cool idea. I would love to do that. I have a couple ice chests that I don't really use, so that might be something I might have to do. G's Green RC says portable AC sucks. Put an ice pack on your fan. Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing with this one. I stopped doing it for a few days just because the humidity got a little bit too much. That's the one thing that sucks about these portable swamp coolers or swamp coolers in general. When it's really hot and you have too much humidity, no matter what this thing is pumping out, you're just making it worse and worse because the humidity is just going to kill you. RCU next Tuesday. What's up, brother? Oh man, I finally got to watch his X-Max jumping off the side of the mountain video. That was really awesome, and his cooking an egg with the lipo. That was awesome. It took me a while to finally get to them, but I'm so glad that I did. Those videos are really cool, man. I also recently just watched your EXP Creighton versus the regular Creighton, which one's better. And that EXP Creighton looked like it held up really good. That's definitely one of the things that I want to get next. I'd probably end up getting one of those before I got like a felon or a infraction. Let's see if I'm missing anything else. Sean's RC Adventures, what's up, brother? I'm sorry I missed you. Kevin Gibbs, what's up, brother? Sorry about that. I was missing chat there for a minute. Let's see. Oh, man, I missed Fern Solo. He said he has to go. Thank you for stopping by, Fern Solo, if you're still there. Appreciate it, brother. Let's see.
The heck is it? I don't know.
Let's see. You should, RCU next Tuesday says you should see Elmo on the big jumps. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna have to check that one out. Yeah, I love the big jumps, dude. As long as you're not like doing it just to like break your stuff, like don't get me wrong. I like Kevin Talbot's material. I like his content, but I just don't like the fact that a lot of the times he just, even though he doesn't admit it, he does it just to break his shit because he has the amount of money to just fix it no matter what. Like he can just do whatever the fuck he wants because he literally has the amount of money to basically do whatever the fuck he wants. That's cool. Like everybody, like I wish everybody had that ability to, but it's just that's just not my thing. But when people do it in a cool cool fashion where they're not breaking their shit but just trying to push the boundaries of what RCs are actually capable of doing, I love that shit. Like I love RCU next Tuesday's video where he jumped that freaking X-Max off the mountain. That was awesome. I actually thought it was going to land perfectly, but as soon as it hit, which it did land perfectly, it like kind of did a weird bump on the front, and
Oh,
then
it bounced.
yeah, it did a bounce in the front roll and did like a cartwheel. It was pretty nice actually. It still landed on its feet afterwards after it tumbled, but man, that was a crazy jump. I wish I had a spot like that to actually try something like that with my Outcast. That would actually be really cool. I almost last freaking August, I think it was. Me and Amy and Hobbies, we were going to try and do this. We ended up doing the long jump competition anyways, which I did one with my Granite, my Arma Granite. But what we were originally going to do, we were going to take my brand new Outcast and jump it off the roof of the building. But they wouldn't let me do it by the time the event happened because of a liability issue. They couldn't really allow me to do it, even though I said that I would cover anything that happened. If it did happen, I would cover it. They I guess for legal reasons, they weren't allowed to let me do it. But I would have loved to have done it. I wanted to take my Outcast and just drive it right off the top of the roof and do like a crazy backflip or something off of it.
Yeah, that would have been probably pretty cool looking.
Yeah, it would have been nice to set up like a tripod or like multiple tripods because I know they got cameras too.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got this new phone though. Now I can actually start doing videos again as soon as it starts cooling down. It's actually got like a slow-mo. It's because it's one of the newer Samsungs. It's got like a crazy slow-mo mode on it when you're filming. So you don't have to do it in the editing. It has like a crazy mode itself. I don't know. I was trying it out with my nieces the other day, and they were just freaking loving it because they were just jumping around, flailing on the arms. But it went into like super slow-mo, and they were just like waving the arms super slow. They were like hecka into it. Green Frog RC, what's up, Kegan? I'll figure I'll go ahead and leave this link in chat for you guys. If anybody wants to join in, you guys are more than welcome to. I'll go ahead and leave it in chat for a couple minutes. If Kagan, if you want to join in, Sean, you want to join in, anyone, Grant, Kevin, anyone, you guys are more than welcome to. Not pressuring anybody into it, but it's always nice when there is more than one person or two people.
You're just sitting there usually when you're by yourself going, what do I do?
Exactly, especially on an open topic night and you don't really have something like concrete to talk about. You're just like, well, I was going to talk about like the new Armas and stuff like that, but that was what I did in my last one. And now they have even new Armas or the new Traxxas. I'm like, I'll just do an open topic. If somebody wants to talk about the new Traxxas or new Armas, we can. But it's not something that has to be chatted about, I guess. It's always
like I said, all I'm doing is I'm just sitting here listening, talking, and fixing cars.
Yeah, that's what I want to actually get started on. I had this car just sitting here. I got my WL Toys 144001. I wish they would start. That's the one thing I do not like about WL Toys. I love the company. But please, for the love of God, start naming your RC something besides a bunch of numbers because it's really hard to freaking distinguish each and every one of them from another.
Oh, come on. There's WL Toys 1473A, 1473B, Z,
Yeah.
W,
That's what I'm saying. Like the A979B, the A979A, A959, A969, and you're just like, good Lord. Like, just name them. Just name them. That's the only problem I have with this. I just feel like they don't know what to name them because that's the one thing. They just don't understand that. That's the one thing. They just don't understand what to name an RC. So they're just like, all right, you can have it by its model number, and that's it. But, yeah, I originally put these other WL Toys wheels on here. They're from the 12428, the Rock Racer. I put them on here, and they were working really well. But as the summer got on, it started heating up the motor a little bit too much because they're a little bit bigger, actually quite a bit bigger than these original stock ones that are this size right here. So yeah, they're quite a bit bigger than those ones. So what I'm going to do is take the wheels off of there again, and I'm going to put my Mini E Revo wheels on there because I took my wheels off my Mini E Revo. And I'm going to try these Traxxas Mini E-Revo wheels on there, which they're basically the same exact outer diameter as the original ones for the most part, just very slightly bigger, but they're a lot more wider. They're almost twice as wide, which is really nice. So that's going to be pretty cool to see if it works at least. I'm hoping that the rims don't rub on the hubs or anything, but we'll see. I guess the only way to know that is to take it off and check and see.
Yeah, I did that problem last night myself.
I gotta move this keyboard real
I
quick.
mounted up some new tires and changed the offset on it and didn't check it because I was rushed for time. I got to the track. I'm like, no wonder why this thing's not turning.
Oh yeah, that would suck. To have it bind up at the track while you're not even thinking about it.
Oh yeah. Like I said, it was a moment of dumb.
It happens. Like I went to the event one time. It was a solid axle monster truck event, but they allowed independent monster trucks and stuff to like compete as well. Me and my friend were doing a little friendly racing, and I brought my Stampede, not even realizing that the complete rear drive shaft was not even attached at all. So I went to go actually do the race. I was going to race my friend. We had put our vehicles on the ramp, the starting ramp, and then all of a sudden when I went to go, there was nothing. Only one wheel started spinning because only one of the drive shafts was connected in the back. And I was so embarrassed because I was just like, oh my God. I was like, I'm sorry. I was like, I gotta go put a drive shaft on. It sucked. It was not fun.
Oh, come on. Last night, one of my races, I got hit so hard from the side. Somebody actually T-boned me. It rattled my receiver right out of the car.
Oh,
like
that's not good.
Pulled the wires right out of it and everything.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
I'm like, holy crap.
Yeah, stuff like that. That stuff's horrible when stuff like that happens. Especially when it's somebody else's fault because they run into you hell hard and they get loose. That sucks.
Like I said, the person come over after the race goes, I'm sorry, did I break you? I'm like, no. I go, you hit me hard enough to knock all the wires out of my receiver.
Yeah, that's freaking quick.
I said the marshal ran it over to me, and I looked at it. Oh, okay, and I plugged it in and dropped it right off the driver's stand. Who's like a 3-foot drop to the track.
Yeah,
and just gunned it and go. And the owner's, oh, John's back in it.
You're like, I'm just plugging this shit back in, and I'm back in it.
Yeah,
I wish I could get to the local track. A-Main has the track. It's about like 25 minutes south from me. I just don't have a vehicle to get there. I used to really love going to their track. They got a new carpet track that they just recarpeted. All new fresh carpet. They got a 10 scale carpet track, outdoor carpet track, and then they got a 8 scale like off-road track. I don't know what you want to call it, buggy, truggy track, and then they have a oval track.
Hello, Javier. I see you just popped in.
Oh, 11 Charlie, what's up, Javier? Thank you for joining in, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good weekend. I'm sorry, I was not keeping chat.
Kevin, I'm right at the moment. I had a tire come right off the beadlock last night.
Oh.
So I'm re-putting it back on. Like I said, I just got a couple little things, a steering up or a caster block that broke, and a couple other little things.
Was that were your beadlock screws, were they thread locked or no?
No, the actual rubber blew right off the beadlock.
Oh wow. Wow.
It kind of happens when you got a 5700 kV Castle in your
oh damn
race
yeah
car. Yeah,
a 5700 kV motor will do it to you. What were you running, 3S?
What's that?
Were you running 3S as well?
No, 2S.
Dang, that's a lot of power from a 2S to do that. Wow.
Oh yeah, they shits and gets.
Oh, you probably got crazy gearing though, huh?
Well, not really too crazy, but close enough.
Yeah, something to match that 5700 kV motor.
Yeah, I think it's a 28 tooth pinion and a 76 spur.
Oh dang, yeah, that's nice. And that's on your Slash, right?
That's on one of them. Yeah.
On my Rustler, I run a 23 tooth pinion with a 84 tooth spur. I want to drop it down to like a 78 tooth spur. I want to get that thing screaming. Yeah, that thing is nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I definitely want a Slash. I do like the Slashes. The Slash are really cool.
Yeah, this car right here is my science project at the moment.
This wheel is really annoying the crap out of me because this darn hex got stuck in there and does not want to come out.
Take one of your Allen wrench keys and push it from the front side through the back.
That's what I'm doing. I got this little poker stabber thing right here.
Yeah. I would say even if you got a toolkit, one of your actual hand toolkit, just use the end of it.
There's like no grab on it. It's like super smooth with the inside, so there's like nowhere to really push.
Well, you just kind of angle it in there a little bit, and you can pop it out sometimes.
Yeah.
I said just get one side to move, and then you hit the other side, and it pops right out.
Man, this thing is freaking in there. Trying not to stab myself through the other side because it's really sharp. So I'm trying not to push too hard and then have my hand right there on the other side and stab through. It's going to be a little loosen it up just a little bit. Okay, G's Green RC says he has a question for everybody. And then his question is, my neighbor's daughter, let me go ahead and put it on the screen. My neighbor's daughter passed away about a month ago, and she had her 3 grandsons for 2 weeks. So I thought to cheer them up, I'd take the Clodbuster and the SMT out to the field and let them rip. That's cool. That's cool, man. That's a really good idea.
Yeah, just get them out of the house, get them doing something.
Yeah, get their mind off of it with anything, honestly. But an RC is great. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, 11 Charlie RC says, armor infraction, blue and layaway. Oh, Lord. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm thinking about the same thing, but I'm thinking the Felon.
Yeah, the black one. Oh, my gosh, that black one looks so good. I like the red one too. I do like the red one, but man, that black
it's orange.
one.
It's orange. It's orange and black.
Is it orange? It looked like red.
Yes, it's orange. It's orange.
I guess it was just the pictures. It kind of looked like it was.
Yeah, it was probably the way the lighting is on the picture.
Yeah, but man, yeah, I like both of them. They both look badass. But for some reason, that all black one, oh man, because it's matte. It's not really gloss black. It's like a matte black.
Well, it's matte, and there's the rear tail fin and the front valence on it are the glossy.
Yeah, that I like it when they mix up the like gloss and the matte like that. That's nice. They did that on their what is it? Their 10th anniversary Outcast, where it was like a gloss and matte, like what's that word I'm looking for? Where they did all those different shapes and patterns on their car. It was like half of them was like all glossy, half of them were all matte colored. It was pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Jeff Freestyle, what's up, brother? He said, "What's up, Alvin?" What up, Jeff? I am so sorry I have not been getting a hold of you lately. I've been just hating this heat. I've been not wanting to get out in this heat at all. It's just been really bad lately. Being an overweight person in this heat is just not fun. It's really not. I know it sounds like an excuse, but it's really not. It's.
I have my buddy sent me a meme on the internet like last summer. It was funny. It's like, if you want to hang out, come visit me. I'm fat and I'm in air conditioning.
Yeah.
You know, like, all right, I can't bitch there.
Yeah.
You know?
I would totally do the same thing if I had the air conditioning too. I'm like, if you guys want to see me, come over here. I'm fat and I'm sticking in the air conditioning. But yeah, I would definitely be that same way. Man, this is really actually starting to annoy the fuck out of me. I don't want to damage this wheel trying to pop this off. There's like no lip on any side that wants to pop.
Can you get a nail through the front side of that, through where the shaft is?
Like
Where
what do you mean?
Put a nail through this side right here and
Well, that's
just
what I'm
kind of
trying to,
get a pair of vice grips onto it and pop it out to the backside.
That's what I'm trying to do with this thing, and I'm trying to shove it through the front hole, but kind of get it at an angle to try to somewhat grab the edge of the inner part of the hex.
Yeah.
And it's so flush together that literally no matter how hard I try to angle it or whatever, even with
It's pushed way in then. Try to pry it out from the backside.
there, it's pretty much flush on the back too. That's what sucks. It's like,
Let's say try to get in there with a little screwdriver at an angle and try to work it around. Just get it a little moving. Yeah, I see now. I'm looking at my computer here. It's a little bit.
let's see. It's got to be a way to pop this off. I apologize if I'm missing stuff in chat. This thing is annoying the crap out of me, so I apologize. Okay, I missed what Grant finished up with. It said, well, it more than cheered up the oldest one. He now has the bashing bug and wants his own. Question is an Arma Granite 4x4 a good choice for a 12-year-old? Yes. Yes, indeedy. I agree. It definitely is. I went Honey Lulu right there with the yes, indeedy. I just didn't include the my sweetie part. But yeah, I would definitely say so. That is a great option for a 12-year-old. As long as he's like somewhat used to driving an RC and he can handle the speed of it, yeah. Get in the brushed version because he can always upgrade to brushless later. But
another thing on some of them Spectrum transmitters, they got that 50, 75, and 100. You can turn it down to 50 on that too.
Yeah, if they have something like that, that would be perfect so that you can actually, if they even have a throttle dual rate, if they have the throttle dual rate, that's actually what you need right there, a throttle dual rate. And then you can control it. Exactly. Perfect right there. If you have the dual rate, then you can control it so it's only goes to a certain speed. But yeah, I would say that's perfect because the Granite 4x4, if I remember correctly, is like $219, $229, something like that for the brushed version. That's well worth it. And you can get him a battery and charger because he says he has a $400 budget right here. Price is the thing. He has $400 budget. I have a charger for him. Oh, well, there you go. You can definitely get batteries for cheap, especially if you're going to go with, like, I suggest like a Wanfi or Goldbat. Those are really great budget brand batteries that are actually pretty good quality batteries. I actually really like a Wanfi and Goldbat quite a bit. There's a couple other budget brands as well, but yeah, I think a Granite 4x4 with a couple batteries and you have a charger for them already, dude, that's the way to go. And you're actually saving money. You won't even hit that $400 marker. You could probably get it. You can probably get them like 2S batteries, maybe even 3 if you go the Goldbat way, because I'm pretty sure Goldbat has 2 52 and these ones right here. I actually have them. You can get 2 of these right here, 5200 milliamp. 50C discharge. You can get 2 of these for $29.99 on Amazon. So what you can do, you can buy him 4 of these plus the Granite 4x4 for less than $300, and you got your charger already. So there you go. You're saving them $100 for parts.
Oh yeah.
That way you have parts. Oh damn! Look who just joined. What up, Axiomatic? What up, brother? And Sticky's RC. What up, Rich and JP JP Slayer Racing. A bunch of people just came in all of a sudden. RC Rorschach, what's up? Or Rorschach, my bad. I'm missing a couple of things. Jeff Resell says put a flat screwdriver in the cross pin holes and twist it back and forth. Oh yeah, actually, I should actually try that. That's a good idea. RC you next Tuesday. Oh, he's already in there. I don't know why I thought of that. Let's see. Grant went on to say, S&T is what I started him on at 50%. He looked bored, so I popped it up to 70, and he looked like he could handle more, so I gave him 100%, and his eyes changed, and he got bit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just let him go full speed, 100% then on the Granite 4x4. It's well fast enough for his needs to start off with. And those newer ones are full brushless ready. You can easily upgrade them to brushless for real cheap. So if he does ever want to upgrade, you can be the one to upgrade it for him. I know you got the skills to do that. So yeah, dude, that's awesome. If you want to help him get into the RCs like that, dude, that's freaking awesome. I think that's a wonderful way to help get someone's mind off of a loss. I used RCs to try and help myself get over my dad's passing, but it was a little more severe for me, and it was really hard for me, honestly. So it didn't really it helped, but not to the amount that I was really hoping for, at least. But time is the main thing that's going to help all. That's the main thing. So you just got to have time. But yeah, that is very cool that you want to help them get into the RCs, and I think the Granite 4x4 is a wonderful selection, especially because they have a green one. But I don't know if they have the green one in the brushed version anymore. I know they did before, but I don't know if they do now. But it's not like he probably doesn't like green anyways. He's probably a fan of some other color. I don't want to force him to get green. Like, all right, this kid, he must be getting green. I had to put this lens cap back on my drone. There's a little cap that goes on the front. I looked over at my drone and it was sitting there without the cap on. I was like, oh, I got to put that back on. All right. I'm trying to figure out where I have a flathead screwdriver at that's right in my vicinity without having to go into the other room to get one. I don't think I have one, but I think I can use this popsicle stick right here to kind of wedge it back and forth. Is it a plastic hex too? Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to go a little careful with that too.
I'd rather destroy the hex than the wheel, though.
Well, I'm just saying I don't know if you had an extra one floating around or.
Ooh, actually, I do. I have one sitting right here, one that I can put right into. If I could pop it out, I can just use this one that's sitting right here. But getting it out is the hard part of this.
What were you talking? You were talking the Granite a couple minutes ago. Green?
Yeah. Grant was asking. G's Green RCs. He was asking if the Granite 4x4 would be a good suggestion for the little kid. And I definitely think that's honestly, you can't get any better than that at the moment, especially for the price. The Granite 4x4 is probably the best basher that you can get at its price range.
And it looks like they just revamped it. I just checked on it. It says new next to it, so
yeah, they just came out with the whole new system in it that has the new gear and everything in it. Bucks RC World says, "What's going on, Earl RC?" And he says, "How's it going, John?"
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
The little guy likes blue. I think there is a blue version of the newer one. If I remember correctly, there is a blue version of the newer one. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think so. Somebody said use a fingernail. Tommy G says use a quarter or a dime. It wasn't. I don't know why I said somebody said use your fingernail. It was Axiomatic that said use your fingernail. Let's see. I'm getting lost in chat, so I got to pull up the pop-up chat again. the pop-up chat is a lot easier to read for me. Okay, let's see. Kevin Gibbs says, way to give back, Grant. Let's see. I am just getting lost in the chat. Oh, then he says he let him play with the vintage Clodbuster and was tripping with the rear steering. Their smiles were priceless. That's cool. Yeah, that would be what I would love to have played with a four-wheel steering Clodbuster when I was younger. Oh, man, I could just see how the smile on my face would be. So, yeah, that would be awesome. Especially, oh, man, I want to get an S210 and put the rear I can't even talk. I was about to say the rear steering. I clearly cannot use my brain at the moment because it's so hot. But, yeah, rear steering on the S210 would be amazing.
Yeah, there's a Granite Voltage 2-wheel drive that you can get in blue.
Yeah, that one's a good one too. The Granite Voltage. My buddy and his brother have the Granite Voltages, and they're very nice as well. They take the vape style 18650 batteries, but there's a tray that you can take out and put a full size 2S LiPo in it. It can't do 3S, but it can do a 2S hard case LiPo or a nickel metal, which it still works good compared to vape battery. But yeah. Axiomatic says, sorry if this is redundant, but what's the temp out there in Cali? I heard about the heat wave. Oh no, dude, no, you're good. It is freaking hot today. Yesterday was 109. And today's only 107, but the humidity today, because there was a thunderstorm and a bunch of overcast this morning, so the humidity went up a lot. It's like 60% humidity today, which is horrible. I'm sweating so bad over here. That's why I have this sweat rag right here. And of course, it's got to be green. You guys know that.
That I won't disappoint you and tell you we're a whole blistering 81 degrees here in Michigan.
Oh, that's horrible.
81 degrees with what's the humidity? It doesn't tell me. 50. Oh no, never mind. I don't know what the humidity is, but it's nice. It's a nice day.
Let's see. Stickies RC says, where are you at, Earl? I'm in Ventura, California. I am up north, about 2 hours north of Sacramento. I'm about 20 minutes north of Chico, if you guys know where Chico is at in California. I'm about 20 minutes north of Chico. And some little tiny town called Vina. Nobody's ever heard of it. Even the people that live around here, they don't even know that it exists, basically. Because it's literally one of those blink and you'll miss it towns because there's no signs that say there's a town there. You drive by it on the highway and literally you don't even know it's there.
One stoplight and you're through town?
There's not even a stoplight. There's the highway. The highway drives right through it. But yeah, it's a little tiny town. We got a post office and we have a fire station. We have a somewhat little market there, but the people that own the market have driven it into the ground and basically they don't restock it. They don't do anything. They basically just use it to live in there. Jeff Freestyle says Las Molinas is Vina City. Yes, exactly. Jeff Freestyle actually lives really close to me. He has a smaller town, or not smaller town, bigger town, I should say. I don't know why I said smaller. His town's like maybe 2,500 people, so it's actually a town. There's gas stations there, schools, pharmacy, multiple stores and stuff like that. We don't have anything like that here. We basically have nothing here. We just have the post office, and that's basically it. We have a school, though, but the main thing that Vina is known for, we have a vineyard or a winery. It's called the New Clairvaux Vineyard. It's basically a vineyard ran by a bunch of monks. It's actually award-winning wine. That's some of the best wine out there, I guess. But I've only tried it once, so I don't really know anything about it. I don't really drink wine, so yeah, I don't know what to say about it. Sticky's RC says, "Do you have a McDonald's though?" Not anywhere near us. The closest McDonald's is about 15 to 20 minutes away, closer to 20 minutes away in a town called Corning, which Jeff Freestyle knows where I'm talking about. Corning's about 20 minutes away, or at least where McDonald's is, depending on traffic. It's at least 15, 20 minutes away. Jeff Freestyle says, Vina store was awesome when Ron and Jackie owned it. Exactly. My dad actually used to work with Ron. My dad was the cashier there when Ron owned it. And it was a great store. They used to make deli sandwiches there. It was great. It was great. There was a lot to do in the store. They had a video rental spot inside of there. They had pool and stuff that you could play. It was fun there. The new people that bought it just ran it to the ground. It's sad. The town has a lot of history, though. Vina used to be a booming town back in like the 1800s. It was a pretty big town back in the day. It was one of the main waypoints of Northern California way back in the day. But now it's basically a ghost town. Their bagel dogs were awesome. Yes, they were. Sticky says, yeah, if there's no McDonald's, it's got to be small. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Thomas says, have fun, everyone. Tommy G bouncing out. Later, Tommy G. You have a great rest of your night, brother. Let's see. I got to get caught back up in chat. Kevin Gibbs says, the town I grew up in has a gas station, hair salon, and a grocery store, all in one building. Still, that's actually a cool, interesting mix of things. A hair salon, a gas station, and a grocery store. Usually you'd see like the hair salon, or not the hair salon, but the gas station and the grocery store mixed together. But the hair salon, that's new. That's cool. Bucks RC says, good grip for drag racing. Let's see, I missed something he said. He's probably talking about wheels. Let's see. AZ Froggy said it's 111, 56 dew point, and 16% humidity. Woo, good Lord. And Sticky said he's at 89 degrees with 70% humidity. Yeah, that's horrible. Even at 89 degrees with 70% humidity, that is horrible. I would not want that. Humidity is what kills you. That's the worst thing. You can have like 100 plus degrees temperature and it be really dry, and it's not too bad when it's like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Anything over 100 degrees is horrible, but it's manageable. But like even at like 80 something degrees, when you start adding 50 plus percent humidity, that it just gets horrible and horrible. Like every couple degrees, it's just even more horrible. So yeah, I am not a fan of humidity at all. Axiomatic corrected himself, saying, whoops, I meant to say I hope it's 11 Celsius, not 111 Celsius, because earlier he was saying I hope it's 111 where AZ is at, but he was saying I hope it's 111 Celsius. And if it was 111 Celsius, it would be like 240 degrees. He'd probably be dead by that time.
Water.
Yeah, water would probably evaporate before it left the cup or bottle. By the time it hit your tongue, it would probably already been evaporated. That would literally be like living in hell. I don't think the human body could literally withstand those temperatures like without some sort of suit. Like kind of like how they do the astronaut suits, because when they're in space, one side of their body is in constant heat while the other side of their body is in constant like freezing ice cold temperatures below zero. So those suits are freaking crazy, thermal regulated, because in the front where you're actually getting hit by the sun, you're getting hit at like 300 to 400 degree temperatures, if not more. And on the backside, you're like dealing with like negative 200 Celsius, which is insane. Sticky says it's rare for the humidity to be that high here. Typically, we are in the 10 to 20% range. Yeah, that's usually what we're about, like maybe 15 to 20%, maybe 20 to 30% on like the bad days. But lately, because it's been overcast on a couple of the days, it's gotten really high. Like today, it's gotten to about 50 to 60% humidity just because it was so overcast this morning. It actually started sprinkling for a tiny little bit, not enough to really do anything, but just enough to bring the humidity up by quite a bit. What's up, Max Air 420? What's up, brother? He says, hey, everyone. He says, what's up, Earl RC? Kevin Gibbs says, my meds keep me out of the sun. Yeah, a lot of my meds keep me out of the sun as well. There's a lot of things that keep me out of the sun, and some of my meds are definitely one of them. Let's see, just making sure I'm not forgetting anybody's post, because I did quite a few times, and I apologize for that. Sometimes it's very hard to keep up with the chat, especially if you're trying to do something, because now I've completely stopped trying to get this hex out of here, and now I'm just completely paying attention to the chat. I got to go back to trying to get this hex out, because this hex is annoying me, but I'm actually glad I took a break, because it was annoying the crap out of me and making me even more hotter. I got to figure something else out, though. This little stabber thing that I was using isn't working, so I'm going to try this screwdriver instead. I got to be really careful not to stab myself. And we got it. That's all it took was a stupid screwdriver. This thing was a pain in my ass. This freaking stupid plastic hex. All right. Now I got to make sure I got the right side that I'm going to put on.
Yeah. Oh, what do I feel like doing on this thing?
Let's see. We have a storm pop up here tonight. We may have a storm pop up here tonight, but I doubt it. AZ Froggy says. Green Frog says, found the right tool for the job. Yeah, exactly. This freaking little screwdriver right here was, I guess, the right tool for the job. This little poker that I was using, I thought was going to be the right tool because it has a nice little like sharp tip on it. But I guess it needed a tip on it, but it needed a more round tip on it. I don't know, but it worked. Let's see. Green RC says, can we stop talking about the heat? I go back to work tomorrow and I work under the sun all day. Not looking forward to it. Okay, yes, let's get our minds off the heat. Right now it's a cool, brisk, negative 42 degrees here in northern Alaska, and it's a nice chill day today. I wish I was in northern Alaska right now because that would actually probably feel really good. But yeah, let's see. Let's talk about something. What do you guys like to work on the most when you guys are working on your RCs? What do you guys prefer to work on the most? Do you guys prefer to work on the electronics, or do you guys prefer to work on stuff like the gearing, like the internals, stuff like that? I know everybody has their preferences of what they like to work on, what they don't like to work on.
Usually, if I'm working on ESCs and motors, it's getting expensive.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, that's when the money pit comes into the fold. What's that saying they got for the nickname they got for a boat? It's called "Bust Out Another 1,000." It's basically the same thing for an RC car, but it's not 1,000. It's bust out another 100 or bust out another 20.
or 250.
Yeah. Bust out another 250. Yeah. Bust out another slash. Now, if I can get this pin in here.
Yeah. Kind of like the old South Park episodes. Time to break out another Timmy.
Yeah,
You know,
Timmy dies in every episode.
no, that's Kenny, but yeah,
Oh yeah. Wait, which was Timmy? Oh, Timmy's the guy that's all Timmy.
yeah,
Yeah. I actually love it when they got him his little buddy. What was his name? Jimmy?
yeah.
And he was like, so Jimmy. I actually really like South Park a lot. I haven't watched it in quite a while, but I used to really like watching that. Let's see. Sean's RC Adventure says, I need to blow the cobwebs off my Slash. Axiomatic says he likes working on electronics, but it can be frustrating. A good soldering iron makes it less painful. I fully agree, especially if you're doing the like connectors and stuff on your electronics. Like say if you're putting like a Jeans or XT60 or whatever instead of like a Traxxas plug or whatever. Bucks RC World says electronics much easier. Let's see.
They're easier until your solder, until your wires decide to pop off. When you just get done with it, you think you're all set, and you move it, and pipe. Oh crap!
Yeah, that's when it's horrible. RC Next Tuesday says I have to fix the Elmo X Max so that I can take him to the skate park. Yeah, that'd be badass.
Yeah, so I just got the Max together. Maybe I'm gonna have to do the skate park thing again.
I would love to take like my Outcast or my Granite to the skate park. There's a skate park not too far away, like in the same town of that McDonald's that I was talking about. That's like 15, 20 minutes away. They have a small little skate park there. I would love to actually try it out. I was supposed to actually go try it out when my dad was still alive, but he passed away before I ever got the chance to go with him. He wanted to take me and my nieces, but yeah, that unfortunately never got to happen.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I can't go with my nieces still. I can take them whenever I get a chance. I don't have a vehicle at the time or at the moment, which sucks, but eventually I'll get something. It's honestly, with my leg issues, it's almost impossible for me to drive. So it's easier for me to find somebody to just take me places, or pay somebody to take me places, instead of just getting a vehicle for myself when I can barely drive myself. Did that film properly? Yeah, that looks like it's not going to rub at all. That's actually pretty nice. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, them lights sometimes can get you a little hot under the collar there, easy.
Yeah, that's why I don't have any of my desk lights on right now. Otherwise, I'd be really hot. Like this, I usually have this on right here. So that's a lot of heat and stuff. And I have another one that's usually right here, but I took it down. So right now I just have this overhead light, which it's bright enough for this camera. This camera picks up fairly low light situations, so it's not too bad. Let's see. I'm getting mixed up in chat. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Bucks RC World, I still use a $10 soldering iron. It works great. It actually works really well. I have it right here, actually. Let me see. If I can move all this other shit out of this dresser drawer. Pull this out without messing anything else up. There we go. Yeah, Amazon special or eBay special, whatever you want to call it. $10 soldering iron. This thing works great, especially for when you're on the go. I put this thing in my toolkit, and that way I have it to go on the go. But yeah, this thing works great for what it is. I haven't had any issues with it so far, at least. I need to take Axiomatic's comment off the screen. It's been sitting there for a long time. Let's see. Axiomatic said, I ordered chicken parm. Delicious. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Who is ordering food tonight for the crew? Yeah, who's ordering food tonight? That would be an amazing question.
Mhm.
It's not my night to cook, so I ain't cooking nothing tonight. I had to cook the other night when it was so hot. It was miserable. The food was amazing. I made my own homemade 4-cheese chicken Alfredo. Oh my god, it was good, but it was miserable cooking it.
Oh
It was,
yeah, melting it all down.
yeah, it was miserable cooking all of it. But oh man, after I got to sit in front of the fan for a while and then get to my plate, it was nice. Let's see. Bucks RC World says, dude, my solders look like boogers with burnt hair in them. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about.
So they
Ooh,
look like. So they look like. Let's see here. Where is it? They look like them solder connections, huh?
what is that? The motor.
Yeah.
Is that the castle you were talking about?
Yeah. Oh, actually, no. That's Yeah, that's a 13.5.
I was like, that doesn't. I was like, which one is that?
I'm working on another car.
That one's nice. I like that.
That's a hobby wing.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that didn't look like the castle one you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, there's what I'm working on at the moment.
Is that your drive shaft and stuff you were taking apart?
No, I was fixing the tire on the one that has the castle motor. This one and adjusting the shock, and we're putting a new caster block on.
I need to put me some new caster blocks on my Rustler. I have some RPM ones on there, but they're honestly they're not holding up as much as I thought they were going to. I want to get the metal ones that I have on my Stampede. The metal ones seem to hold up a lot better for sure. Because
with oval racing, you don't want all that metal because all it is weight and more expensive things to get twisted.
True. I don't really have too much metal on my Rustler. I just want to kind of do the caster blocks and the hubs, and that's pretty much it. The rest I want to do like RPM and stuff like that. Like I got the RPM front bumper and stuff on it. I got RPM front arms, not rear, just the front. I do need to get the rear set though. I want to get the RPM cover for it. I have this cover already for the Stampede, but I want to get another one for the Rustler.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I want to get the actual RPM casing though, the actual like transmission casing, the green actual housing. But I've heard mixed things on the RPM actual housing unit itself. Like
yeah, there's issues with it.
That's what I've heard. I heard like there's like you got to do a little bit of modding to it because it rubs on some of the gears on the inside.
Yep.
So that's the part I don't want to have to deal with. I don't mind modding stuff. I have a bunch of like Dremels and sanders and shit like that here that I can use. It's just I hate having to get to that point with an RC. Unless I'm doing it like I'm making like a custom piece that I actually want to make. Let's see. Get caught back up in chat. Green Frog says, made a big pot of hot sausage soup today. Ooh, that sounds good. Rich Stickies RC says, I made steak and eggs this morning. It was awesome. Ooh, man. That's like my dad's favorite thing was steak and eggs. Like I used to love that as a kid. I still love it today. But that was my dad's favorite breakfast of all time. Like if you could do anything to make him happy, steak and eggs, that's the way to do it. And some refried beans. He was Mexican, so he loved his refried beans. so yeah, you throw some refried beans in there with your steak and eggs. Oh man. Or some homemade potato fries. Oh yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I got my meal planned for tomorrow already. I just gotta dice up the green onions and pepper and red peppers and green peppers and onions, and gonna throw in some Italian sausage and let it just sit in the crock pot all afternoon.
You guys just seen that on stream. I just totally stabbed myself with a screwdriver. Ooh, country fried steak and eggs smothered in gravy. Oh, that sounds amazing. I can't have that anymore, though. I can't have gravy. That's one thing I've had to completely cut out of my life. I haven't had gravy in like 3 years, which is sad because I used to love gravy on everything. Not everything, but a lot of stuff. All right, this wheel is stuck too. This is a pain in my butt. Come on, what?
Another hex stuck in another tire?
Yeah, it seems like these wheels just are.
You're not snapping them in place, are you?
No, I think these hexes, they're like either.
No, they might be worn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. I heard that pop, that little pop. Let's see. I want to make sure I grab the right wheel.
Oh, there's where that is.
Let's see. Dude can't be as bad as a 2.5 hex 2 inches deep in your hand. My middle finger couldn't bend for 2 days. Dude, that sounds horrible, Buck Searchy World. That sounds absolutely horrible. Yeah, ow. My hand hurts, but I can just imagine how bad that would hurt. Ah. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, Green Frog said crap load of veggies and 2 pounds of sausage. Oh my good lord. You guys are making me starving. Axiomatic says I was going to smoke a pork shoulder, but got rained out. Man. My mouth is watering, not because I'm hot, but because I'm starving. Oh, Buckstar SeaWorld says, don't force a ball joint that's too big in a Red Cat axle. Yeah. Ooh. And then he said it wouldn't stop bleeding for 2 days. Ooh. Ooh. That sucked, Axio, that the track got washed out. He says he has a video of the river running down through the center of the track after the second storm. That's horrible, brother. He says it'll be up and running soon, just need a few days with no rain. That's good. At least you guys will be able to get it going again. Alan at STP Ridgeline broke a 1.5 hex off in his pinky and has yet to have it removed. What? Oh, yeah. My God. I didn't know Alan had that in his freaking hand. Oh, God.
Yeah, he had it in his hand for, I don't know, a couple weeks.
Oh, God, that's horrible. The worst thing that I've ever had, like, stuck into my skin, I stepped on a 3.5-inch drywall screw. And I kid you not, it was already like an inch through a piece of wood, too. So there was like 2.5 inches still there. I literally went all the way through from the bottom of my foot to the top of my foot. And it was pushing the skin on the top of my foot like a tent. It didn't pierce through, but it was pushing my skin like a freaking tent. And you could see it because it was like on the side of my foot. It wasn't like in the middle. It broke right through off the side of my big toe, all the way through the meat and stuff on my foot. Oh my God. When I went to go try to pull it out, it was stuck in my freaking foot and it hurt so bad removing that. So bad. I'm not a fan of getting stabbed or getting probed by sharp objects or dull objects that are even worse. So yeah, I feel you on those ones. That sounds horrible. Rockstar SeaWorld says that's epic. It was totally not epic because I was half asleep and was taking the dog out to the bathroom early in the morning when it happened, and it was horrible. my foot was stuck to the board. I went to lift my foot up off the ground, and the board came with it. It was just all bad. it was bad. The only thing that I'm glad, for some reason, the blood clotted really fast, which was a good thing, and I didn't bleed for very long. I held pressure on it for quite a while, so that's one thing that I did pretty well. Is right away as I put pressure on it, as soon as I took the nail off. But it hurt so bad. It's one of the worst things that I've had in my whole entire life, was dealing with that. And I've almost pretty much chopped my ankle off. I actually have a scar. I chopped half of my ankle bone off when I was a kid. It's actually a really funny story. I'll go ahead and tell you guys. It's really stupid. It's definitely more of a cautionary tale, never to allow your kids or to do this yourself. Okay. I was living at this house in Chico, which is about 20 minutes south, that's where I grew up at. It was our first house. And basically, my dad went to the grocery store. And before he went to the grocery store, me and him were outside cutting grass with a scythe. For anybody that doesn't know what a scythe is, it's what the Grim Reaper has. And it's usually used to cut grass. And I was sitting there with my dad. My dad was showing me how to cut grass with it. And he had to go to the store, but he told me, do not touch this while I'm gone. Do not play with it. Do not try to cut grass with it. So what did I do? Is the moment that he took off, I grabbed it and I started playing with it. And I was cutting grass. I thought I was the coolest thing. I was like, oh, maybe I can get a bunch of the grass cut before he gets home. And on like the third or fourth swipe back and forth, I felt this really sharp, stinging pain. And I looked down, and I guess I came way too close to my leg, and I literally sliced the tip of the bone off and the skin off of where my ankle is. So basically, I have a big old flat spot where my ankle is now, and there's a nice fat scar that's about the size of a quarter. It used to be about the size of used to be about that big when I was younger, about 2 inches wide, because it was a giant hole basically in my leg. And over time, it got smaller and smaller, because I refused to go to the doctors, by the way. I refused to go to the doctors. So I had to heal on my own. But yes, don't ever let your kids play with the scythe, and don't ever play with them on your own either. Because bad things can happen. Very bad things can happen. That's honestly one of the worst mistakes I've ever made in my life, was doing that.
One of my worst ones was I was lifeguarding, and I was walking around barefoot around a pool.
Oh.
And I stubbed my toe on the skimmer basket,
Ooh.
and I took the nail off, and I cleaned it up at work. I got home, and I walked right into the bathroom, just grabbed the first bottle of cleaner that I could grab, and dumped it on it. It wasn't peroxide.
Oh.
It was 98 proof. With 90 proof.
Rubbing alcohol.
Rubbing alcohol.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I screamed like a little girl. My mom comes in and, what'd you do? And I told her, she was a dumbass.
Oh my God. I've had to pour rubbing alcohol on wounds before for sterilization, and that's some of the worst burn sensation I've ever had.
Well, like I said, imagine taking your a toenail off, and just dumping it straight on the toenail.
My feet are actually doomed. I've actually lost my toenail 3 times, and I'm actually right now at this very moment, my right toenail, the big one, is only half grown back after about a year. It's been about a year now, and it's only grown half back because the last time my dad decided to drop a giant log on it that needed to be cut, and didn't wait for me to try and grab it, so he just dropped it, and it fell right onto my foot and turned black within a minute or two. And yeah, ever since then, my toenail has just been decimated. I've had so much bad luck with my toenails. My sister-in-law says that I'm the most doomed person when it comes to my feet, because that's the thing I hurt more than anything else. I've stubbed my feet on shit so many times that I'm so surprised that I even still have toenails or toes in general. because I broke my big toenail, or not my big toenail, my big toe, and the doctors refuse to do anything. I don't know if anybody realized that, but when you break your toes, the doctors can't fix them.
Nope.
So that's the thing that's really shitty is you actually have to deal with that on your own, and that sucks. Trying to get this.
Yeah, Rich. I definitely did clean my toe off with that
Oh
rubbed
yeah,
alcohol.
that definitely helped keep the infection away for sure.
Yeah.
Axiomatic said he kicked a metal sprinkler head with his pinky toe. Man, that hurt. Oh, ooh.
Ouch.
Green Frog says, I hear that at Kevin Gibbs. I don't ever want to get stuck between a cow and a hard place. Ooh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, no, thank you. Super Glue is awesome. As Kevin Gibbs says, he grew up on a cattle ranch, always getting stepped on or smashed, and then Super Glue is awesome for injuries. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I Super Glue quite a few times on various deep cuts that definitely could have used stitches, but then I was just too ignorant to go to the dang hospital. So yeah, I agree. Super Glue works great in a pinch.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, let's see how these front wheels look compared to the rear wheels. Got the front wider wheels. They're more of a trucky wheel on there compared to the buggy wheels in the back. AZ Froggy says, I've broken my pinky toe on my right foot 6 times. Oh my God.
Ouch.
No, thank you. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Like people think, oh, you just stubbed your foot. Stubbing your toe, like depending on how bad you do it, is literally some of the worst pain you'll ever experience in your whole entire life.
No, because then you got to turn around and stand on it. And not only that, but after you stub it the first time, you're going to stub it about 4 more times.
Exactly.
Before it's finally feeling right, because it's like bent off to the side or whatever.
Exactly. If you don't get it broken the first time, within the second and third time, something's going to happen. And I just dropped a screw. Oh, I found it. What up, NorCal RC? What up, brother? Thank you for joining in. I'm just sitting here doing some work on some RCs. Let's see. Make sure I'm not lost in chat again. AZ Froggy says, yeah, first time I was a kid delivering Sunday papers on a bike in the winter. Bike had baskets on the back and kickstand slid. Bike came back and the corner of the basket got the toe. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. No, thank you. Kevin Gibbs says, yeah, the pinky toe is by far the most brutal digit. Yeah, man, I agree. I don't know though. My big toe, because I've messed it up so many times, it's super sensitive now. It's like any sort of stubbing, it's super sensitive now. Let's see. He says compound fracture on both pinky and ring finger toes took 3 months to heal. Yeah, that's when I broke my big toe, it took at least a good 2 to 3 months to heal, and it never healed back again properly. I still can only bend it on one of the joints. One of the joints healed together, like solid piece. So instead of having like how you would on your toe, this is a finger, but even on your toe, you have 2 joints. You have your middle one right here, and you have your other one right there at the tip of your finger, at the tip of your toe. The one at my tip of my toe, when it broke, it like solidified together as like one solid piece. It's no longer a joint. So I can't bend like the tip of my big toe anymore. Only at the very back can I bend it. NorCal RC says, how you doing, Earl? I'm doing all right. It's just super hot today, and I'm just not agreeing with this heat, so I'm just baking to death in this heat. Other than that, I'm doing all right. It's just this heat has just been so bad. You know what I'm talking about. You've been dealing with it down there where you're at too. It's been pretty hot down there by the Bay Area as well. 109 degrees here. Yeah, that's how hot it was here yesterday. It said it was only going to get 107 here today, but I think it's probably the same as yesterday. I think it's 109. There we go. This X came out a lot easier than that last one.
You're experienced now.
Yeah. I'm going to have to upgrade this one to all metal hex because these plastic hexes are just not, they're just not agreeing with this. Let's see, there we go. Let's see. Axiomatic says it's like that scene in Lethal Weapon 2 where Mel Gibson and that hot girl compare scars. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Who was that he was talking about? That's the one that he married, right? Rene Russo. I think that's what it was.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, I think that's who it was. She ended up being his wife later on in the series, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Oh yeah, AZ Froggies goes on to say, and that was at the start of the paper route, and had to finish the paper route before I could take care of the toe.
That sucks.
Oh, I would just let people go without their papers for that day. I would be like, I'm sorry, you guys, but you guys are going paperless today. No way. Wow.
And when he did that, that was probably when a paper route was really like a paper route. You had 200-300 papers rather than what the kids do now with 15 to 20.
Yeah, if that, because paper really doesn't operate anymore. 11 Charlie says, "Gotta run, guys. Stay safe, my brothers. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the stream, brother. I can't even talk. I appreciate it so much. I literally cannot talk. I apologize. But yeah, thank you so much." Actually, it says, yes, a young Rene Russo. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought that's who it was Rene Russo. 11 Charlie says, "We miss you, Axio, Mr. Hand Model." We do miss you, Mr. Hand Model. Why don't I go ahead and toss the link into chat, Axio, and you bring your hand model hand into our stream and grace us with your presence. You don't have to, but if anybody does want to join, there's the link to join. You guys are more than welcome to. You guys don't have to, but you guys are more than welcome to join me and John while we're just sitting here working on some stuff. Looks like he's working on some shocks right now.
Yeah.
I like working on shocks, honestly. Shocks aren't as bad as what a lot of people make them out to be. I don't mind working on shocks myself.
Well, when you got the right tools, it's a dream.
That's the thing. You got to have the right tools. You got to have a stand, too, to set the shock in to let the bubbles come out. Or if you have, like, a vac form, they have those fancy ones that you can do, like, the shock vacs. Yeah, right there. There you go. There you go. That's
and the pliers.
I need one of those so bad. That's the one tool that I don't have that I need desperately is a freaking set of freaking pliers.
No, it's not. They're not pliers. They're actual.
No, the shock pliers is what I
mean. You can grab the shock shafts right there, and then you can put your ball ends in right there.
That's the main reason why I want to get it is for that ball end part right there. That's exactly it right there. That's my biggest problem is dealing with especially on like the crawler links and stuff like that, or just links in general, and you have to put the ball ends in.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Like I said, it's a breeze to snap them in and out. It's like nothing.
How much is that tool that you got?
I think it was like $20, $25, something like that.
That's not bad at all. I've been needing to.
Like I said, there's the shock shaft end and. Just like that.
So, yeah, that's exactly what I need because I've been trying to do that with like hand tools and shit, and I've been like hurting myself doing that.
Oh yeah.
So that's something I've actually been really looking to try and get. I just keep slacking on it. Bucks RC says, "What's that tool called?"
Shock tool.
Shock. Yeah, that's what I think. It's like a shock tool or the shock ball tool or something like that.
Yeah. Well, so it's a shock tool. It's all two in one. Like I said, you just put the ball. Ah, crap. Of course I dropped it. And I just set the set your ball end in there, and you get the top part of it in. And
That's the hardest part, is keeping them when you're trying to get them in there.
well, I'm trying to hold it here and do it at the same time, and
yeah. Axiomatic says the shock tool is a must. I didn't get one until recently. Don't know how I built kits without one. Yeah, that honestly, I've been thinking about
like
for a while.
I said, set it in there, and
That's the exact main reason. The exact main reason why I even want one is because that little pinion ball, or not pinion ball, but the little pivot ball. Because that's my biggest problem with shocks, or just the rod ends in general, is when you got to put the pivot ball thing in the rod end. On some of them it's easy, on some of them it's not. It all depends. Like some of them are really hard.
oh yeah,
And this is not an easy hex. This one's wanting to be a pain in the butt.
just like the other one, huh?
Yeah. And I'm trying not to stab my hand again, too. Oh, there we go. Come on. There we go. Come on, you little bitch. There you go. Sometimes you got to resort to a little foul language to get it to come out.
Yeah.
You just got to give it a little strong language, and it's like, all right. AZ Froggy says, I don't have that pivot ball part on mine, but I made my own tool for that. Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing for the longest time. I was using like pliers and stuff like that to basically snap the pinion ball or pivot ball into the rod end, which works, but it's a lot harder to get the pivot ball out. That's what those tools are really good for. It's not only get them in, but to also get them out. But yeah, those are also really good for unscrewing shocks that are like locked up and stuff like that too.
Yeah, caps.
Yeah,
Definitely.
they're just a great tool to have. It's something that I've been wanting to get for a while. There's still a couple tools here and there that I want to get to just make things easier.
There's another one I don't know. Let me look. I'll look for it. I'll tell you in a second. It's actually like a little C clamp vice thing that you can use to get pinion gears when you strip out the grub screws.
Oh yeah.
It pulls it right off the motor.
Yeah, those ones are a pain in the ass when those get stripped out. Oh my god. I've had to throw away a motor because basically the pinion, the grub screw got broken in the pinion because it just refused to come out, and then it just got shredded in there, and there was no way to get it out even with heat. Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Yep, work like a charm.
I've seen.
I run bigger screws, so I cut mine out with a Dremel a little bit.
Yeah.
But man, let me tell you, I pull more. I save more motors by pulling the pinion gears out of that. Like I said, not only that, but it's got 3 different little sizes that you can put onto so you can fit on the motor shafts.
Yeah, that's perfect. I actually, that's one of my biggest problems. Just like Axiomatic says, he says, "Oh man, I need the always tripping grub screws." That's my main problem. Is when I go to switch out a pinion or try a different pinion, and the freaking grub screw is stripped. Even like if I'm just using regular blue Loctite, not even red Loctite, they'll just get stripped out depending on how quality the screw was. That and my titanium bits don't help because they basically will shred shit if they're cheap. Like if it's a cheaply made grub screw, the ones that I have, they'll shred them really quick.
Not that I really need to do this, but let's see here. Yeah, I gotta change this tip. Just have to have an extra motor sitting around here with a pinion that's on it.
Speaking of tools, I wonder if I don't even know if I've ever showed off. I got a bunch of shit falling over here. I don't know if I've ever even showed off my custom RLRC hex wrenches that I had made. Bunch of dog hair flying in the air. Ugh. Dang you, Gizmo. Let me see. I don't know how well the camera's going to pick the etching and stuff up on these, but I'll try to see if I can hold it up to the camera for you guys to be able to see it. Let's see. Come on, focus for me. Focus. Are you going to focus? No, it's not going to focus, is it? Let's see. There we go.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It says RLRC.
You can't really read it, but yeah, I can see where there's some. What does it say on there?
RLRC and has a buggy on it.
Ah.
Yeah, I had a tool maker hit me up and was like, would you be interested in getting a custom tool set made? I'm like, at first I told him no, and then he kept asking me again. He's like, we're having a special deal. I'm like, sure, why not? I got it for like, plus the shipping and everything, it was like $35 from China.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a custom-made titanium hex tool set. So I was like, sure. They work great.
So with all the with the racing that I do, I'm constantly changing gears. I'm constantly stripping grub screws.
Yeah, that's
so it's like, yeah, it's like, all right, I'm just gonna oh, cool, I like that.
Yeah. That's been my biggest problem is the grub screw. That's the thing I hate the most is stripping out a grub screw.
You know, you can take a Torx wrench to them usually and take them off.
No, I didn't.
Yep.
I'm gonna have to try that next time because that's seriously one of my most hated issues that I have to deal with when I go to change a pinion on a motor is the freaking grub screw.
Yeah, so this matter of fact, this motor's got a bad grub screw in it, and my vise won't fit on it. But let me see if I got a Torx that's small enough to fit in there. If not, I can.
What up, Brandon Tiblin? Brandon Tiblin says hi to everyone in chat. Kevin Gibbs says my wife got me the full set of Purdy tools last Christmas. Love them. That's cool. Heck yeah. Anyways, I got all the wheels changed out. I got the Mini E-Revo Traxxas wheels on the WL Toys 144001. So they got a little bit of a wider stance to them. I think that looks pretty sweet on there with those wheels. I do want to get a truggy body for this. I've seen some truggy bodies for this from the original brand that WL Toys spun this off of, the LC Racing. They have a truggy body for this. They also have a short course body as well. But I want to get the truggy body for it. I think that would look a lot nicer. Although I really do like the looks of this buggy body. Looks pretty sweet on there. But yeah, here's the stock. Let's see, I'll grab the stock front wheel. Stock front wheel versus the new ones. You guys can see the difference. I had these ones on there though, but for those that weren't here before, and I started taking them off, I had these ones on here. These ones were the the 12.428 ones, but as the summer went on and I tried using it, it just made the motor heat up a little bit too much. It wasn't heating up at first when I first put them on there, but as it got really hot outside, these bigger wheels just weren't helping. So I basically went back and down in size, because if you look at the 12.428 wheels, which are about the same width as the original ones, but they're a lot taller. They're a good amount taller compared to the other ones. Kevin Gibbs says those new tires will put a test to your steering servo. Yes, I agree. I'm actually going to be upgrading the steering servo in this here soon. I plan on going full hobby grade with this. I don't want to upgrade this to brushless, because I know that's what everybody is doing in this, to brushless. But I'm just going to upgrade it to just brushed hobby grade electronics with the the regular 3-wire servo, the ESC, and the motor. I'm probably going to leave the motor though. The motor might stay. Axiomatic says regular servo in there, Alvin. No, it uses a micro servo, unfortunately. Let me go ahead and take the body off and show you guys what the inside looks like. I'll go ahead and take the body off. Unplug. Wow, I did not know that my battery was still plugged in. That's stupid.
Here. I just got it finally lined up here. Watch this. I'm just going to turn this, and this rub screw is going to, or this pin is going to pop right off.
Yeah, that is freaking cool. I've seen somebody use those before, and those tools are freaking nice. But yeah, the little micro servo is right here. Let me see. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, that's what that's how far I just pulled it up, that one.
That's freaking nice. That is really
I could just probably, oh, yeah.
Popped right off. That's awesome. Yeah, that is a tool that I definitely need to get, because that'll come in handy so freaking much.
Yeah, like I said, they're $10 or something like that, 10, 15 bucks.
What do they call it? Like a pinion puller?
Yeah, RC pinion puller.
That's what I was thinking, a pinion puller. Brandon Timberland says, get a Reefs. I would love to get a Reefs servo for this, but they're just a little bit too much for me at the moment. They're quality servos. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have Reefs in all my stuff. I think Reefs is a better brand than Savox. I know a lot of people are really into the whole Savox servos, or Savox, however the hell they want to pronounce it.
There's only one problem with the Savox. They're power hungry.
Yeah, you have to have a BEC just to really.
They are so power hungry.
I fully agree with that. I fully agree with that. They have basically every one of them has to have a BEC just to get enough power into it.
Mm-hmm.
You really have to. So yeah, I would love to get a Reefs in here. I don't know if Reefs makes a micro servo though for something like this. I think they probably do, but I'm not quite sure. The ones that I personally have been using in like my WO toys and stuff like this, it can't fit a full size servo. Otherwise, I would put like the 20 kilogram Amazon special, like you guys are saying. It can't use a full size servo, unfortunately. I have to use a micro one. So the ones that I've been doing are the JX brand. They're from China. It's J/X or whatever. I'll actually. I've got this streaming ability to do this, so let me. I don't know why I just pulled up the stream. I almost just messed something up. Let me go ahead and pull up the servo real fast. I don't even have the keyboard right here anymore. Let's see. JX micro. Let's see. Yes, here's the one right here. Oh no, that's not it. That is not the right one. Okay. No, I want the micro servo, not the full size servo. Okay, here's the one that I get. This isn't the place that I usually get, but this is this exact servo that I get. I usually get them from Banggood, and they're usually like 10, 15 bucks. But this is the servo that I get. Let me go ahead and pop up the StreamYard and do a screen share. Let's see, Chrome tab. This one right here. Yes. Okay. Okay, so you guys see, this is the JX. It's a 3.5 kilogram micro digital servo, all metal gear. This is the main one that I use for anything that uses a micro servo. This is it. It's usually about 10 to 15 bucks. You can sometimes get it for $8 to $9 when they're on sale. I usually go to Banggood. This isn't on Banggood right now because I couldn't get Banggood to load. But this is the servo that I usually use. I have it in like 3 of my other RCs that require a micro servo. So yeah, I have one in my A959 or A979. I have one in my GP Toys, and I have one in my Hosem. They're all like semi hobby grade brands that got upgraded electronics. Kevin Gibbs says, I have a JX45 in my Bomber. Yeah, JX makes a bunch of different servos and different sizes and stuff. This is their micro servo, their digital micro servo. I also have one of their analog ones, but honestly, I definitely recommend digital over analog servo, especially nowadays, especially if it's for a basher. I'll go ahead and stop screen sharing. Yes, I've gotten multiple of those. Actually, let me see. I have one of them.
Yeah. This is what I usually use in all mine, and I have yet to break one.
That's usually exactly what I go to as well. Where is mine? Actually?
Like I said, they're like 16, 17 bucks a piece. I usually order them 3 at a time, just because I know if I don't use them, somebody else is going to need one.
I agree.
It's like 20. So yeah. Oh, you got a servo? Yeah, 20 bucks. All right, here you go. You know.
I have one somewhere. Somewhere. Yeah, I have no idea where it's at. But yeah, I have one somewhere. I have that same exact one. I have one brand new waiting to go into a rig right now, actually. I just don't know where the heck I put it at.
Yeah.
But yeah, those ones are great. I highly recommend. Those ones they go by a couple different brands. Those red ones, they go by like Luan Soul.
This is a High Wonder.
Yeah, they
HL Wonder.
Yeah, they go by a couple different brands, but they're all basically the same one, just rebranded. Those red ones, the Amazon special.
The Lubat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Gibbs says, I just started looking at the Tekin servos. I've heard good things about the Tekin servos.
Yes, I don't know much about them.
Brandon Timberland says, I've been happy with my Power Hobby servos. Power Hobby does some pretty nice budget servos as well. I've heard good things about them as well. Axiomatic says, highly recommend Mr. Gibbs for the Tekin servos. And then Axiomatic also says about the Savox. He says, Savox are noisy as hell. I used them all the time, but recently switched to Tekin and Reefs. Sticky RC says, I love my Reefs Raw 500, stick engine, and it works like a champ. Yeah, see, that's the type of servo that you want right there. Let's see. AZ Frog, you said dust storm moving in, but right now I have to move my truck. We have a very tall cactus that is not the strongest and don't trust it for falling on the truck. Yeah, I would not. Yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen to my truck either if I had a truck. I don't have a truck, but if I had one, I wouldn't want a cactus to fall on it. Let's see. RCU next Tuesday says, we use Banggood specials in our and everything. 1/8 scale and lower had no problems. Yeah, the Banggood specials is basically the same as the Amazon special ones, the red one. They're basically the same exact ones. They're just rebranded under a different name that Banggood uses. but they're basically the exact same ones. They're great servos. I highly recommend them. They have multiple different strengths. They have the 20 kilogram, they have the 25 kilogram, the 30, 35. I think they even have like a 45 one as well. I'll be droned. Dano, he just says, "Hey Alvin, just dropped by to show my support, brother. Past my bedtime. Have a great night." Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that very much. I'll probably be ending the stream in about 5 to 10 minutes. It's already at the 2-hour mark. And yeah, I did not think it was already that far. I did not think it was that late. Time flew by really fast. But yeah, we'll let it go for about another 5 to 10 minutes before I end it. I'm enjoying sitting here chatting with you guys, so yeah, I don't mind making it go a little bit longer. It's hot in here, but it's always hot in here, so there's nothing I can do about that. It's not like magically once I go off stream, it's not going to be hot in here. It's still going to be hot in here. It sucks. Last night was horrible because there was no wind, so there was no way to get like a breeze into the house, even when it was nighttime. At like 11 o'clock at night, it was still like 85 degrees inside the house. Inside the house, not outside, but inside.
Mm.
That's when you know it's hot. It didn't even get down to, I think it got down to maybe the lowest it got down to was like 78 degrees outside last night, and that was at like 6 a.m. this morning. Last night was hot. I'm an RC Duke. He says that he is taking off. You have a good one. You have a good night, brother. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it very much. Sean's RC Venture says, "Gotta run. Gotta let the kids down. Have a great week, everyone." Thank you so much, Sean. I appreciate you coming in, brother. You rock.
See you later, guys. Have a good night.
Kevin Gibbs also says, "Later, all time to scrounge up some vittles." Ooh, some vittles, huh? I haven't had some vittles in a long time. That's some old school Southern cooking right there. Get me some vittles. But yeah, let's see. Missing anybody? Axio says he has the Tekin T300, the T360, and the T440 of the Tekin servos. That's cool. How's that 440 working in your VS410? Do you have to have a BEC for it? Because the servo that I have in my Vanquish it's incredible, but it requires a BEC. But it's a brushless servo. It's a ProTech brushless servo. It's basically the most expensive ProTech that you can get on the AMain website. As far as I remember, it's the ProTech T70 or 270BL. I'll show you what servo I have. Let's see. I need to get the keyboard again. Go to amainhobbies.com. Pull up their servos. Let's see. Why does every website want to know my location? I'm not giving you my location. Every website's like, this website wants access to your location. No, you may not have it. Let's go to servos. Okay, here it is. Okay, I was wrong. It might be there. Yeah, it is. It still is their most expensive one. Okay. Yeah, I'll show it to you guys. It's actually gone down in price. It was $200 when it was first brand new. Let's see. RCU next Tuesday says, right, I'm off too, guys. Great stream, Earl. Catch you all next time. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. Axiomatic says, I do not have BECs. Weekend RX8 ESCs in the check notes and the RX4 and the VS410. Heck yeah. I only run a BEC in this one, my Vanquish. You'll see why. This is I basically have to for this one. As you guys can see, this is the ProTech RC370 TBL Black Label high torque brushless crawler servo. This basically looks like a reef servo. It's kind of the same exact housing as a reef servo. This is one beast of a servo. Right now, it's actually on sale. It's $159.99. But this is the servo that I have in the front of my Vanquish, the one that I got from my brother, the Vanquish crawler. Brushless servo. It's for heavy 2.2 class rigs, lightweight 1.9 comp builds, ultra detailed scalers. It's made for quite a bunch of different things. It's got pushing over 650 ounce of torque, stump pulling torque. Will move more heavy 2.2 tires with ease. Like this thing has got a lot of pushing power to it. This thing is really, really nice. Let me see if I can show you guys some of the specs for it. Without the BEC, it runs a 600 ounce of torque at 6.0 volts with a 0.135 transit speed. With the BEC, it runs at 650 at 7.4, and it's at a 0.13 transit speed. Full steel gears. The only thing, it doesn't have titanium gears, but it's got full steel gears, aluminum black anodized seat case. It's got ball bearings. Yeah, it's got a 25 tooth thing on the outside, which is great. RC Warshock said he's got a run as well. Let's see. ProTech servo is super nice. I have the ProTech servo in my Techno EV48 2.0. Yeah, these ProTech ones are really good. I really do like these ones, especially this one. Let me go ahead and see if I can go a little bit bigger. This thing is nice. I really do like this servo. It is a beast of a servo. It's my first brushless servo too. I've never owned a brushless servo before this one, and this one is just it's nice. I really do like it quite a bit. Kagan says that is a beast of a servo. Yeah, I fully agree. It's a huge servo. I don't know if I would be able to afford it on my own. Luckily, it came with the Vanquish rig that I bought for my brother. I'm still making payments on it, but fortunately, it came with this servo, so it was a nice upgrade to already have with it. So that's pretty cool. Let me go ahead and stop sharing the screen. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I appreciate every single one of you. Axiomatic, Green Frog, Brandon Timbling, RC next Tuesday, RC Warshock, everyone that's came in today. I know I'm missing a bunch. Stickies RC, Kevin Gibbs, Island RC Duke, Sean's RC Adventures.
11 Charlie.
11 Charlie. Oh, yeah, definitely can't forget Javier, 11 Charlie. Gabriel Basher, RC Basher Boy, Bucks RC World, JP Slayer Racing. I know I'm forgetting some, but I appreciate every single one of you guys. And I'm definitely not going to forget John Martin, a.k.a. JM's RCs, for coming in and joining us in the live show.
Not a problem.
That was very nice having someone in here with us. And John Worship, he joined us in for a little bit too. NorCal RC, shout out to him. Big shout out to everyone that stopped in and showed some support, even if it was only for a minute, and just dropped a like. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I'm glad to finally have some data to be able to do these shows. I'll have plenty of data for next week and should have plenty of data for the week after that. I'll have to work on the week after that. But hopefully by then I should have plenty of data by then too. But yeah, big thank you to John Martin again for coming in and showing us what he was working on and just chit chatting with us. And yeah, thank you all for stopping by. I was going to say something else, but I totally forgot what I was about to say. And now I'm just sitting here kind of brain dead, just staring into the TV, just like, oh, yeah. John, if you wanted to say anything, you're more than welcome to say goodbye.
See you guys later. Have fun. Even though the weekend's over here, hopefully we can have fun and hit up some of these other shows. And thanks for inviting me in there. You know, we got Javier on Monday. We got Tony CCXRC on Tuesday night and Tank on Thursday. And let's see if we can get Steve back on a Friday night.
That's exactly what popped out of my head. You are a great man for remembering that. That's exactly what I was going to do, is shout out all their streams. You got Javier, Operation 11 Charlie on Monday. He does it at 6:30 Pacific time, which I think is 9:30 Eastern. I think is when he does it.
Yeah, it's like 8:30, 9 o'clock ish, somewhere in there. He starts it.
Yeah, and then Tony every once in a while, not every Tuesday, but he does his I think at 9 o'clock as well, or 9:30. And like you said, Frank on Thursdays. He usually does his every Thursday at 6 my time, which is 8.
9:30. 9:30.
9:30. And then, like you were saying, we definitely got to get Steve OG back and doing some streams again. I know he's been struggling lately, having a bunch of health issues, not only him, but his mom. I've been praying for him, sending out positive vibes and best wishes to him. So hopefully we can get him to do a stream here soon. I would love to jump on one of his streams or have him jump on one of mine. And yeah, not forget about Gabe as well, RC Basher Boy. He now started
Saturday nights, usually I'm racing.
Yep. So we got that as well. So yeah. Oh, and for the drone guys, if you guys are into drones, you've got the Drone Network over there on MD95 TSI. He's a buddy of mine, good buddy of mine. Him and Crystal Justice, Chris and Crystal Justice over there. They're awesome people. So if you guys are into drones, every Friday night they do it usually around like I think they start at 8 and then end by 9. It's usually only about an hour. So usually they're off by the time Steve-O does his stream. So if you're into drones, go ahead and check them out. And yeah, thank you all for coming in and chatting with us. And it's been awesome. So till next time, this has been Earl RC. Peace out, you guys. Peace out.